Hey guys, I'm back. This is Steve. A little sick today, but I had to be here for the OMG triple cast with Moltrap, so I'm here for that. Stats don't matter that much, honestly, for this matchup. This is going to be a best of 5. This is the round of 4, in case you didn't know. So we're down to just Yellow and Type B. They are both on the same team, so that's going to be interesting. Little team killing going on. And otherwise, both of them aren't that impressive, Zerg versus Zerg, percentage-wise, but obviously, Yellow is the much more experienced player. He's played a lot more games, so looking at stats, it doesn't really matter that much because Type B just hasn't played that many games. He's only played maybe 50 televised games. But just for the purpose of knowing the stats, Type B Zerg vs Zerg is 41.7% about, and he's 5 and 7, whereas you have Yellow, who's 48%, and he's 41 and 44.
Ballers.
So actually, kind of surprising that Yellow's below 50%. Yellow is just one of these players, kind of like his brother, that I think is a little inconsistent. I mean, it's any other matchup. You know, he can play really good and end up beating Jaedong, and then he can lose to Zero, which he's done a few times. Not that Zero's a bad player, but I put him at kind of more the bottom.
He's bad ZVZ, which is one of the reasons he got torn up by Jaedong.
So yeah, I mean, anything can happen, certainly, and again, whenever you see team games, or, you know, teammates playing each other, you often see a lot of weird things. We saw Type B take down Lita, and that was really surprising to me.
Speaking of which,
that looks a lot like Lita. I don't know if that's Lita or not. What do you think, Moltrap?
I'm pretty sure that's not Lita. It looked a lot like him,
it
but
makes sense.
But yeah, I guess he would be at this match, but I don't know. I don't think Lita would have a sign. I think his face is a little bit different. Anyway, yeah, Type B, he's kind of one of these interesting new players. He's kind of like what you would call up and coming, and I think he might be one of those players that, like, in a couple seasons we're gonna see him really bust out and really do well. And I mean, this is probably the kind of the foreshadowing of that, him getting to the semifinals here. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting matchup. I do think Yellow has a little bit of an edge, just being a more experienced player and that sort of thing. And it looks like he has a build order advantage. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Yellow is the white player.
Right, Yellow's white and Type B is
Type B is blue. So actually, I had him switched in my mind. In fact, Type B has a little bit of build order advantage because his pool's going up a little bit later, but not so late that he's not going to be able to have Lings out in time, especially since Yellow hasn't scouted him yet, so he's not going to be able to send his first Lings to the right direction. Anyway, so it looks like an early lead for Type B here so far, but, you know, of course, Yellow, I think, probably has a little bit better micro at this point, and like I said, more experience, so it could go either way.
Yeah, and Yellow did scout the long direction, although it looks like Type B is barely going to get his scouting first. At this point, that's not going to make as huge of a deal because Type B is going to see those Lings coming over. Type B is going to be able to make Lings no problem right now. There they are morphing. Type B actually went for gas first, or they both went gas first into spawning pool, which means, of course, both of them are going to be at the same build. So Type B is going to be able to pop his Lings out, and as you said, Moltrap, it's going to be a matter right here. We do have, of course, an inverted ramp, which is harder to get up, but it doesn't even look like Type B is going to be able to use the ramp, or Yellow's going to be able to use the ramp. Yellow with some pretty good micro coming in here, able to take out many Lings. He's over double the Lings of Type B. This could be a really fast game. Type B looks like he's trying to put up a sunken colony real quick. I don't know if that's going to work. We do see some reinforcements streaming in from Yellow, and it looks like Type B is going to be able to ward this off for now. Yellow has 2 more Lings that are going to come in and try to do damage before the sunken colony goes down. But Yellow, just a great job bringing the Lings in there, and as you mentioned, Moltrap, just really out microing Type B in there. So Type B is going to have to waste some money on a sunken colony, which of course is going to work for quite some time to keep Lings out. And at this point, I would expect there's the Spire coming up, so I would expect we're just going to kind of see now a transition into some Mutalisk Caress or Mutalisk offensives for both players. But definitely Type B, you can tell, is in a defensive position here.
Yellow has already taken a very big lead in this game in that he has the aggressive position. You can see his Lings are at the top of the ramp. Type B cannot expand, he can't move out, so even as Moltrap said that Type B had a little advantage in the build order in the beginning, it's not going to matter now because he can't really do anything with that extra minerals. Now he's just behind in his Spire. You know, they're going to have gas at the same time, but I think that one thing that's going to be important is Yellow's going to get Ling speed before Type B does, and that's going to be huge. Now, like you said, he missed his opportunity a little bit because that Sunken's up, so that Sunken is going going to fend off these Zerglings. So most likely, like you said, it's probably just going to come down to meterless battle. If Yellow would have been able to keep the Lings in the base and stop that Sunken, it would have been totally different. But it looks like we actually see Yellow now going for a hatchery, so he's not going to be doing anything aggressive. He is going to be waiting for his mutas and just hoping that Type B is going to be scared and not move out of his base, probably because he's going to have a slightly less number of and it looks like Yellow is coming in here. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to take on a few drones, though, and it's very unsuccessful, though. I don't think Yellow's taking a single drone. It looks like one might go down. He's not focusing on that one drone, and it looks like no drones go down. So not much going on for Yellow there in that last attack, but I do feel that he does still have, I think he still has an extra drone or two on Mineral, so that's going to make a difference too. Maybe one drone.
Yeah, that was huge there. That was huge. That was basically, that was Yellow. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He has one extra.
I think he might have one extra.
No, they're even in drones actually. They're dead even. Both have 8. And
same.
And yeah, that was Yellow basically squandering his advantage. He went in there and killed off, used the superior micro, killed off those Zerglings. And you saw there he had, I'm sorry, Type B had 2 Zerglings. And he had to pump drones. He had to make more drones, more drones, more drones. And the whole time he had 2 Zerglings.
Right.
And Yellow just sat outside of his base with like 8 Zerglings and didn't do anything. Didn't go in and try and keep his drones down. Didn't try and make him produce more Zerglings. Didn't do anything. And then going in there with a failed attack with those Zerglings basically even things back up again, and putting them on even footing. So I guess it is going to come down to probably a micro battle again. This time in the air instead of on the ground, because they've kind of even things back up. Again, Yellow still has a little bit of advantage.